Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the drive with Harris. And some room to roam now. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
Now a nice throw here, right side. He holds it in. And now off to the races, down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Harris running straight ahead. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers.
And the Raiders have got him.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Pass is tipped, but he's still able to bring it in.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards.
And the Steelers have moved out in front.
Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Steelers 14, Raiders 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A pick up of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. The Raiders 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Steelers 14, Raiders 7.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
The throw over the middle, taken in.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Blue strikers. Field flat. Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Red cycle.
2nd and 5. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Andrew Booth picks it off.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now back to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
The Steelers 25-yard line.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second and 1. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
The Steelers pick up their first down at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. Complete to Washington. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 in the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The previous play went to the offense with a nice run, but that last play we just saw certainly went to the defense.
So you're keeping a little bit of a ledger there, aren't you?
Tally.
You know, somebody wins, someone loses, but you get this sense offensively, they're continuing to probe around, trying to find the runs that are going to work, and then they'll go to them consistently.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. 2nd and 8.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They could muster only a yard there. They'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him, and try and cover him before he gets going.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
At the Raiders' 48-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
On the slant, he finds Washington.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Now a give, running left is Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 27-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes,
and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
and let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to break our fourth quarter tie. Boswell's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 72 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Back to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3rd and long coming up. defensively? You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Down to about the 23.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one